Just been able to take plenty from that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we started pretty poorly, and I thought Leeds were really good physically in the first half. A couple of reasons for that. They had the starting pack out there. We had a pretty strongish team, I think, from the start, but I don't think we handled it well. The second half, I was pretty pleased. Thought young players did well, and we tidied up a little bit after half time. So yeah, it's pleasing. Obviously, we play Leeds round one as well, so gives us a decent look at them, the way they're gonna play with everybody in there. So it was an interesting game, and it looked like we might win it at the end, but rugby balls tend to bounce different ways, don't they? So it was unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Considering your late start to pre-season because of the late finish to the last one, I mean that was a decent effort in terms of defence, wasn't it, and spirit and the way you took your chances in the second half.
Yeah, I thought Noah both. He took a couple of class chances in the second half, and he's come to us from Warrington, and we think he's a centre, so it'll be interesting to see how he develops. He'll play in the champ this year, which will be great for him. And yeah, just for the team, I think just we hung in there and found a way back into the game. Looked like we were going to slip away pretty heavily from us, but I thought we did well to get control, and we took an opportunity with the intercept, which Leeds had opened us up a little bit there. But the game's about taking opportunities, and we got ourselves into a decent position before that finish. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I think three things: young players, getting a look at them and getting them. For them playing at Headingley is phenomenal, isn't it? It's such a great place to play. We get a look at ourselves and some of the things we need to perhaps work on a little bit more than we might have thought, and then we get a real good look at Leeds. So it couldn't have been any better, really. I don't think from all those perspectives.
Everyone get through healthy?
Oh, we got a couple of knocks, but I don't think there's anything too bad. A few boys tightened up, which you expect in these games. There's more stress on the bodies than you're going to get in training. So, I don't think there's anything major. I think we're okay.
Thanks, Darryl.
A few standouts, Darryl, Cam Scott, Seth Nicotoma. Do you think they both get on?
I thought Cam in particular, I thought defensively that left edge looked pretty a strong edge for Leeds, and I thought he did some quality things defensively in the first half, and was dangerous with the ball. I mean, obviously we get away and he gets pulled back for a forward pass to Noah. So I thought he was a standout. Seth was strong. I thought Isakoza had a decent second stint. I thought, and it was good. It was good. I just thought we've got 10 new players, so it's to get all the boys out there together building combinations was great for us today. But yeah, it was an interesting game. I enjoyed it. It's good to get back into it. The game's never in a great place from a rugby league perspective, particularly when you start like we did so late after our grand final being a week after the Super League grand final. But I think it was the same last year, really. We didn't think it was a great time then, and we got a lot out of it. And I think it'll be exactly the same today.
I know there's a lot of mitigation in your favour, really, in terms of they've had probably 4 weeks more of pre-season. They played at home. The team they had out, because you had quite a few of your middle unit, not quite a lot of your middle unit not played. But for the guys who did play, do you reckon they did realise there was a step up pretty early coming up against likes of Mick and Palacia and whoever else?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you look at the game was played at sort of two different speeds. I thought in the first half. The second try is not a try anyway, because he runs straight over Truey. Which I asked him about half time. He said it took him 5 seconds to fall over, which is, I think it's impossible, to be honest. But look, we've got a lot of boys to come into that. So, like you say, they've had a long time to sort of, and a new coach and an impact of this is the way we're going to play. You can see that. I thought the line speed and the physical contact was really good, and I thought we were just too slow in the first half. They looked to they were playing a couple of couple of speeds quicker than us. But yeah, that's like you say. They've had more time with their pre-season than us, and they had pretty much everybody out there. So they got Lackey Miller and maybe Gannon not playing. Apart from that, So we'll be happy where we're at. I think we've got a bit of time to go now. We always knew it was going to be a shortish pre-season, but I think we're in a good place, and that'll give us another edge. I think another edge to go after, which means it was a perfect game for us.
Cheers, Doug.
Now, just on those younger players, I mean, obviously, like saying no, he's going to be going out to this year. But for the others, how much do you see them being involved as the season goes forward and getting some of that Super League experience?
Well, I think it'd be hard to say that they'll play this year. I mean, you don't know. You generally get a bolter from somewhere. I mean, Harvey Smith's one who he's played a lot of Championship now. He's had his Super League debut a couple of years ago against OKR. So he's one who I think next year will get some game time. The rest of the boys are on a bit of a journey, and we've got people like Ellis Lingard who we see a future in, but he's a very, very young front rower. I thought he did really well when he came on today. And I think for them it's another, wow, this is what it's all about. They get to see a first team changing room, they get to be around the senior boys on a game day. For them it's a real sort of motivation in terms of this is what it's like here, and I'd like to be a part of that. And the ones that really get after it have a great chance, and the others kind of don't, because it's a decent step up. So it'll be interesting to see whether anybody comes out of that and gets a chance. But for those boys, they'd have to sort of step up a fair bit. I think Harvey, Ellis next in line, and then the other boys are they're just on that journey that I spoke about.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about Tom Johnson as well. I know he's still not playing it. How's he getting on in his recovery?
Yeah, well, he had to have an operation on that broken leg, so he started running last week. So he's got himself moving again. Yeah, he's in great spirits. Looks great, athletically, physically, like he always does. So he's good. Mike McMeekin, he's good. We had quite a few boys who played in the grand final last year who I didn't think this game does them any good at all. So yeah, we've got a few boys come back in, and Tom's just one of them. But no, he's looking good.